All right, folks, we're back for another game this Saturday afternoon against the Pickens Dragons Jones team. Pickens Jones, you can see them in their green and dragon hats ready to go. And we've got the Fannin Rebels. Now, I'm not trying to take sides, but I'm trying to throw a little home mojo. I thought I'd break out my Fannin Rebels jersey. I'm your host, BKP. And this is Team FYN Sports. And here's our ball game. Big pitch right there, number 11. Okay. So
Pick a pitch. 2-1. Play.
It's just you and him now.
all right, folks. 2. So we got 3-2 count here, folks. I'm your host, BKP. And again, and that sends number 11, Elijah Weaver, down to first base. That brings up number 17, Caden Davis, to the plate. Again, this is the Pickens Dragons Jones team. I know a lot of these young men down there. A lot of these 12-year-olds were on the Pickens 12-year-olds football team that won the Mountain Football League Super Bowl. So I know a lot of these young guys because Team FYN Sports broadcasted that. And number 11 gets down to second there.
Come on, Devin. Throw it through, baby. You got this.
Number 17 hits the second baseman, and there is a nice out. Number 22 up to bat, Lawson Sullivan for the Rebels. So number 22 up to bat, and this is our and number 12 out there on the hill, Devin Mask. So Devin on the hill for the Pickens Dragons Jones team. Big solid pitch right there. This is you're watching the 2019 Fannin County Park and Rec, the Diaz tournament. These are our 12-year-olds, and that'll send him down to first base. We got one out, and that's going to bring up number 35.
Shake it up. It's just you and the catcher.
Okay, lucky for me, I don't have a 35 on my roster here. Jamie Russell, 31. Yeah, I got to change that. Thank you, Josh. 35. So that sends him down to first base. So right now, Fannin, top of the first inning, has runners on first and second. That brings up number 5, Mason McDaniel, left-hander. And in the hole there, number 13, Caden Cox in the circle. So 1 out, runners on first and second. Big pitch, and that's a big hit. Will it drop? No. And there is a double play to get out of the inning from our center fielder. I don't know his number. I don't have his position here. Do you know who the center fielder is? I didn't mean to put you. Huh? Brody Teal. What a play. Heads up by the center fielder for the Pickens Dragons to clear 2 off the bases there. And we're going to take a brief break. I'm your host, BKP Team FYN Sports, and we'll be right back after these messages.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports. Don't forget, Team FYN Sports, always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. You're watching the 2019 Fannin County Park and Rec Tournament, the Diaz. And number 5 for Fannin, Mason McDaniel, is on the hill for the Rebels here in this game. This is the 12-year-old tournament. These guys are getting ready to go. Now, Pickens is not in Dizzy Dean. Leading off, Ezra Faber for the Dragons. But Pickens is not in Dizzy Dean. They're the only team here not in the Dizzy Dean. So they will be, but Fannin will be going over June 11th, I think it is, for Dizzy Dean Division 6. Tournament 12-year-olds. So we're in the bottom of the first inning, folks, and Fannin came away with 1 run in the top of the first. And that'll send him to first base. That's ball 4. So the leadoff batter, Faber, is on first base. That looks like it brings up number 17, Brody Teal. So with no outs, Pickens has a runner on first. Brody Teal in the box. And he sends him to second. 21 is in there, safe. 22, the catcher, Lawson Sullivan with the throw down. Not quite in time. So Pickens now with an aggressive. Yes, number 17, Brody Teal made that great catch out there in center field with a heads-up play. Our batter right now going to second to get that double play. Pickens with a runner on second. He takes off. There's no catching up with him. He had a jump on that pitch, and he is gone. So, Brody, if you want an RBI, here's your chance. Told you, works every time. And Brody with a shot right up there, and he hits the gap between the shortstop and the center fielder for a single, and he'll drive in an RBI. And the Pickens Dragons put one on there to tie it up. Number 3 coming up to bat right now, Slade Mooney. Big Slade up here. Big swing, big swing. So we got 1 out, no outs. Sorry, folks. No outs, runner on first, 1-1 game. Big swing up the middle, and you can't get any better than that. We're double play. So that was a big 6-3 double play, standing right on second base, and he clears it off there. So just like that, 2 outs from the shortstop. That brings up number 2 right there, Sam Hammondtree. Sam's up to bat. 1 ball. And that's outside. So he's going to have behind in the count right now, 2-0. Big strike right there, 2-1. And that's inside. So we got a full count right now. Full count, 3-2, 2 outs. Payoff pitch, nobody on base. Big Sam up the bat. And he goes down for it for a foul ball down third baseline. He's going to make sure he stays alive. We are Team FYN Sports. I'm your host, BKP. And there it is, right up the middle, but the shortstop. And the shortstop is making it happen right now with the 3rd out. He is responsible for all 3. But not before the Pickens Dragons put 1 on the board. And we got a 1-1 game going into the 2nd inning. I'm your host, BKP, Team FYN Sports, and you're watching the 2019 Diaz Tournament. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hey folks, we're back, top of the second inning. I'm your host BKP. We are Team FYN Sports. Always Team FYN Sports. Don't forget, always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. We've got the Pickens Dragons Jones team out there on the field right now. And coming up to bat, we have the Fannin County Rebels here. They're playing the Rebels. Number 13, I'm now joined in the box with Lauren Hunter. Good to have you back, Lauren. Lauren, if you can get all this that you get going, I appreciate it. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Well, we want to thank you for doing all the running up and down the road, because we want to thank Graphic Expression. Graphic Expression is a great place to shop for your fan gear, located at 3640 East 1st Street. Find them on Facebook or call 706-946-4605. Graphic Expressions has teamed up with Team FYN Sports up in Blue Ridge this weekend. So as soon as a game is done, we run it up there, because we don't have internet here. We run it up there and we get it online. So once the game is over, it's not 30 minutes. It's up and ready to watch, right, for fans out there.
That's right.
And I want to say another thing. We appreciate so much all of you that have stopped by the box today. It said, you know, I was out of town Thursday. I was working Friday. I couldn't get to any of those games, but I was able to watch them. We thank you for your kind words, and that's why we do it here. And we know you appreciate it, so thank you for all the kind words. Also, while we're waiting here and the catcher's getting a little equipment adjustment, we want to give a shout out to our directors today. Our camera audio director is Lonnie Adams. Our computer graphics director is Josh Ross down there in the booth making it happen. And again, I'm in the booth here with Lauren Hunter, Team FYN Sports. And we've got number 13, Caden Cox, in the box right now as Lauren's getting everything prepared for us. Big pitch. And 1-2, that's number 12 on the hill.
Devin Mask.
And I had to change this. His number's actually 35, not
31.
Not 31. So we have a 1-1 game, top of the second. This guy's got an interesting move, this pitcher does. He's got a little hitch in his pitch. How'd you like that?
A little hitch in his pitch.
Yes, I worked on that. I've been waiting to use that all day. There, you see what I'm saying? He's got a little delay. He comes back with the arm and he sets, almost like he sets, and then he's got a little delay before he brings it. Nice move, pitching wind up. Always interesting at the 12-year-olds to watch the pitching wind up these young guys have.
Ah, I see it now. That little catch, that little pause he has before.
No, don't use that. Don't attempt it. That was mine. Don't. It's that one belonged to me.
It is copyrighted to
Yeah,
Brian K. Pritchard.
Yeah, don't try to double down on my hitch and his pitch. So here we go, and that's a runners on first.
We've got up to bat number 41, Noah Burnett.
So big Noah Burnett at the bat there, and we have a runner on first. So Fannin, no outs with one on, top of the second inning.
And we've got a tied ball game.
I think, Josh, is this a go-home game for Fannin? All these are a go-home game right now, yes. So these guys are wanting to play in the championship tomorrow. And I'll tell you, I think Fannin would like to protect the home turf here. This is their park. We're at Fannin County Park and Rec. So they're determined to play this thing protecting. And Pickens is determined to play this thing saying, hey, we're the visitors and we've come in here to win it. So we'll see. And we have almost had a run down there, but he gets back in. He doesn't go too far. Nice moves by the Dragons players there to recognize what was going on. Oh, and he lost the handle on that pitch, and it, number 41 there, Noah Burnett headed down to first base. So Fannin, with no outs, Fannin Rebels is looking at, they're looking at runners on first and second. No out, stepping into the box is number I can't find his number right now, but we'll see in a minute. First and second, no outs. Number 7.
That is Drew Crowder.
So big Drew in there, knowing he has no outs, runners on first and second. So let me try it for him, see how it works. Drew, if you want an RBI, this is the time to do it. It worked for Pickens earlier.
Worth a shot.
Always like to encourage these young guys here. We are Team FYN Sports, and we want to highlight these young guys in a positive way, always. Oh, he looked at another strike, but we got runners on the corner. The runner from second goes down to third. First and third, no outs, 2-2 the count, top of the second. There we go. And he makes the play, but I'll tell you what, one comes across the plate, so I might be on to something here. So he's out at first, but not before moving the runner from third in over the plate, bringing it to 2-1. Fannin with the lead now, gets it back. They have a runner on second, one out.
We've got up to bat now number 14, Cooper Bourne.
So Cooper has that bat up there with some confidence, like he's ready to come down and hit that thing. Yeah, that was in the dirt. So we have 2-0. He's behind in the count already here. Down to first, and the first baseman, number 2, can't get the handle on it. That's Hammondtree. Right under his glove, goes out there in right field, and he is on second with an RBI, and that'll be 3-1 Fannin. 1 out.
You don't get this one.
Up to bat, number 11, a.k.a. Slim.
Elijah Weaver.
So here's Big Elijah. I like those batting gloves.
Those are pretty neat.
Nice bunt. I tell you what. And you cannot, Elijah, I want to give you a shout out because you can't put a bunt down any better than that right there. He did exactly what coach needed him to do. He's on first. He moved his runner over to third. No, he's not. He's on second. I don't even get a breather. So he's out there on second and third really quick. Oh, and number 17 there, hit by a pitch.
It's Hayden Davis.
So just like that, the bases are loaded. Pickens here in the top of the second having a little bit of a tough time settling down and getting focused in. Here comes Coach. Coach takes the ball. And so they're going to have a little talk. Coach takes it. Tough outing there, but you got to give it up for these young guys. I want to hear it for number 12, Devin Mask.
Devin Mass.
Great young man. You know, they go to the hill, have a good day, bad day, but you know what? Watch the major leagues. It don't matter. These multimillionaires, they go to the hill, they have a good day, bad day. So these guys are the same way. It's baseball. So we've got a new pitcher, and what's his number there? 42.
That is Coleman. It looks like Coker?
Keener. Coleman Keener on the hill now for the Pickens County Dragons. We're going to take a brief break and we'll be right back. And folks, we've got bases loaded, 1 out. We'll be right back. We're back. We are back. It's 3-1. Bases loaded here. And folks, we are in the top of the second inning, and number 22 is in the box there.
That's Lawson Sullivan.
So Lawson Sullivan steps in. Right now, we only have 1 out. The Fannin Rebels, they have bases loaded, and we had a pitching change. Number 42 is on the hill now.
Coleman Keener.
Oh, big swing, big swing. So Coleman, he has to, it could be difficult, but he has to forget there's 3 guys on base. He's got to come get this guy right here. And that's what you got to really work with these 12-year-olds. Even I watch the high school pitchers, all of them. You still got to convince them to come get this batter. This is, I'll tell you what, this is not what everybody can do, and I watch it from high school all the time. Only certain pitchers can come in and be headstrong enough to realize they got bases loaded and don't let the pressure get to them. Big swing right there, and it's foul ball. So 1-2. Because I'm telling you, Lauren, right now, if you come in, you're a young guy, you see 3 guys on base, you got to learn to come in and say, I need this guy right here, and stay focused. So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes, and it looks like he's ahead in the count right now. And there you go. And he's safe at home. So third baseman makes the proper decision to go home to stop that run, but they just can't connect between third and home there. So a run will score, and it'll now be 4-1. Bases loaded. And a big number 35 steps in there.
Jamie Russell.
So I tell you what, if that hand speed right now, and there's something also with the 12-year-olds, getting the hand speed on the bat, that's actually where your distance and power come from. You think sometimes, because if you watched, okay, I'll give you a good example. Owen Nolan from the Towns County, how tiny is he? But he could hit that ball as hard as anybody, right? Hand speed. Hand speed is where your power comes from. And yes, it doesn't hurt if you got the right hand speed to have, a big guy that's getting the bat around. But if you can't learn that hand speed, that's that power. So big 35 up to bat here, bases loaded, 4-1, 1 out. It's a big swing. And got a rundown. Let's see what happens. Got the rundown. He's going back. There he is. And I tell you what. Okay, I tell you what, Lauren. I knew that was going to happen. And I'll tell you what, I knew because they did not get their rotation back like they should have. And that got a struggle. We watched the rundown, and you've got to get that rotation and get that player back in. And one mistake right there, and you see it's 5-1. So we got runners on second and third. The rundown resulted in a run.
What do you think they're going to be practicing on their next practice? Probably rundowns.
And he is out at first. So that was a 6-3. Shortstop got that, right?
Yep, number 3, Slade Mooney.
Yeah, shortstop got that 6-3 out, and that'll be 2 outs. That brings up number 5.
Mason McDaniel.
So Mason McDaniel, he's our pitcher today for the Fannin Rebels. We got a runner on third, 2 outs, and it's a 6-1 game just like that. Big swing fouled away. There's another big foul. Ooh, we have a hood or the top of a car. Park at your own risk. It just better not be red out there. And he's over the top on that pitch. He's got to get it down, number 42 on the hill there for the Pickens Dragons.
Coleman Keener.
Our third ball game of the day. Big swing, fouled back. So he's staying alive there, 1-2, working the count, making him throw pitches. Now, folks, in this tournament, there's no pitch count. But when these guys, especially when Fannin, when they get over to Dizzy Dean in White County, there will be a pitch count, so they got to pay attention to it. In the Diaz tournament, no pitch count here. In the dirt. He's in the dirt, and here he comes, and play at the plate, and he's in there. And so that'll clear the bases, but put another runner on, 7-1 Fannin. So Pickens struggling here at the top of the second inning, getting a handle on this thing. But now, Coach, they got the firepower. They still got pitching. They've got plenty of bats. So we know from experience all week here, watching these guys, hey, they will crawl back in. Fouled away. And that's going to send him down. That's going to send Mason McDaniel down to first base and bring up number 13 here.
Caden Cox.
Caden steps into the box here. Catcher's interference.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Catcher's interference, yes. Catcher came up too early.
Right.
Catcher came into the space of the bat. So catcher's interference, he gets first base. So he's sent down to first, and that'll bring up, all of a sudden, Fannin has 2 outs, but they got runners on first and second again. So what they were hoping to get out of this thing, there's number 41 with a shot up the middle, and number 3 can't get the handle on it. And just like that, when you think you can get out of an inning, you're looking at bases loaded again. 2 outs, number 7 coming to the bat.
That is Drew Crowder. Good hit by number 41, Noah Burnett.
All right, Drew. Drew drove the second run in the game. I think he drove a run in earlier in this inning. So, Drew, if you want another RBI, it might be now.
I believe you're right, because you said if you want one, come get it now earlier, and here we are.
And there's a big strike. Another rundown, see what happens. See the rotation. This is what has to happen. I tell you what, that is twice. That is twice that Pickens did not pull off a rundown. Now the rotation wasn't bad, but that makes twice. The first one resulted in a run, and number 5, I'll have to say, Mason McDaniel, very fortunate he's back in there safe. So again, little shake-up in this game, bases loaded. 2 outs. Big swing, and there you go. The third baseman steps on there, and they finally get out of there. Fannin will leave 3 stranded at the top of the second, not before they put 6 runs on. And we've got a 7-1 game here going into the bottom of the second. I'm your host, BKP. My co-host, Lauren Hunter. We are Team FYN Sports. Hashtag all over it. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
All right, we're back, bottom of the second inning. And the Fannin Rebels find themselves with a 7-1 lead. Right here, Lauren. I'm your host, BKP, with Lauren Hunter. And we are Team FYN Sports.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. I like that. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
We got to do something about that.
Actually, no, I didn't.
She flinched. Yes, she did. Why'd you tell? You never tell umpire like a story like that. He's heard it all. All right, big number 5 over there on the hill.
That is Mason McDaniel.
And he brings the pitch. And who we have in the box here? I didn't see his number leading off for Pickens. Number 12.
Number 12, Devin Mask, our pitcher from the last inning.
So Pickens has to climb their way back in this. They do have the players to do it. So there you go. And there's a leadoff single right past.
Number 35, which is Jamie Russell.
So there you go. 1-2 pitches, I think it is. Number 42 stepping in there. Lauren?
That is Coleman Keener, pitcher.
So Pickens has a leadoff runner there on first. And Coleman Keener is in the box here, no outs. 7-1 deficit they're looking at, bottom of the second inning. And our catcher, number 22, Lawson Sullivan, with the throwdown. But hey, he is in there safe. So Pickens is looking at a runner in scoring position, and that's what they want right now, trying to get back in this thing. Bottom of the second inning, no outs. There you go. And just like that, he's ahead in the count, 0-2. We have not seen very many left-handed pitchers this week. And that's a big swing right there, our second baseman. Routine play. Wait, who do we have at second there?
Oh, see when he turns around.
So we have a quick 4-3 out from the second baseman, Fannin, but that'll move the runner over to third. And 1 away. Up the bat. Let's see who is up the bat. Up the bat. Number 18, up the bat.
That is Jacob Watkins.
Jacob Watkins with the hit, and it drops there, 17. Can't bring it in, Caden Davis. And he drops it out there left field, and that'll bring a run in. It's 7-2. Pickens has a runner on first. Number 8 in the box right now.
That's Ryan Eckert.
So Ryan Eckert up to bat. And that's inside for ball 1. And he pops it up there to the center fielder.
Drew Crowder.
And Drew Crowder
Catch.
drifts underneath that, makes a great catch in center field. And that'll be 2 outs with a runner on first. Still number 10 coming up.
That'll be Hayden Jones.
See, I already knew that. I was just giving you a shot. I've known Hayden here. Hayden is a quarterback for the 12-year-old team that won the Mountain Football League Super Bowl. Watched him play basketball, baseball, and football.
So a multi-sport athlete.
His dad's Brian Jones. Brian is the director of Pickens County Park and Rec. And Hayden is a very good athlete. And Fannin County throws the ball around a little bit, and this is what happens. And it gets away from him, so you got a runner at second now. 7-2, 2 outs. Hayden up the bat. Coach going to come out and talk to everybody. And I tell you what, I understand that. You know, like, hey, guys, let's not throw the ball around. I mean, no, stuff like that, throwing the ball around, next thing you know, you let in a run. So, coach out there, hey, he's got a 7-2 lead. He's gonna work all the way through this game, keeping his guys in it and calm down. And I understand that. And that's exactly what he did. He just went out and said, hey, guys, man, you got this thing. Right? That's why they're smacking gloves. I really don't know what they say, but I know it sounds good, right?
You have a pretty good idea of what they're saying.
Yeah, I see out there. So Hayden up the bat, runner on second, 7-2. Bottom of the second inning, 2 outs. Big swing, big swing. Got a big strike there on Hayden. Inside, because I'll tell you what coach over there knows. He knows these guys in the green uniforms are explosive, and that at any time they could start turning it out. So there's no chance you want to take with these guys here. In the dirt. He lost that. He come off the mound. He came over the top on that pitch. I could tell as soon as he got ready to deliver that he was going to be over the top, and he was going to come down the wrong way on that mound. Nice pitch. And what do we have here? Throws it down to third. Not in time, so the runner's over at third, and we have a 2-2-2. Oh, by the way, have I said in this game yet that I do not like these prefab mounds? Have I said it yet?
You've said it today.
I've said it today. I don't think in this game here. I understand. Economically, they need the prefab mound, but I don't like them. I just want to be on the record with that.
Just so everybody knows, in case they didn't know already.
Right, if this is the first game you're watching, I know I've told you like 10 other games already, but I want to make sure if this is your first, you know that I don't like those prefab mounds. But, again, I understand. Here's the pitch. And a big swing by Hayden. Hayden with a big rip in left field. And that'll bring in a run right there. So Hayden with a single brings in an RBI. And he has got the scoreboard lit up 7-3. And I told you this a minute ago. That's what this coach said. Hey, he knows this number 13 stepping in the box.
Carson Milton.
This coach knows these guys in green could just explode like that and change the scoreboard. And we got a 7-3 game. And Hayden heads down to second. Got number 5, Mason McDaniel, on the hill. Inside there. And Hayden heads to third. So just like that, a runner is on third. We have 2 outs. And it's 7-3. And Pickens could climb back in this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that pitch is high. Two. I had to do it. I had to do it.
Just couldn't help himself.
I tell you what, I used to call games. I love everything about it. 2-2-2 here. 7-3. Bottom of the second inning. And there's a big hit. Center fielder. No! And the center fielder and shortstop have a miscommunication. Somebody has to make the decision out there. Somebody out there's got to make the decision. They got to do it. Call the other one off. Say it's mine. That has to happen because look here, you got a 7-4 game, and that ball was catchable out there. But instead, we've got a runner on first, and we've got another run on the scoreboard. 7-4, 2 outs.
We've got number 21, Ezra Faber, up to bat.
And that was a big swing right there, and that's an out. But I tell you what, that's an out after Pickens County comes back with 3 runs. So it is 7-4 at the end of 2 innings. I'm your host, BKP, and I'm in here with Lauren Hunter in the booth, and we are Team FYN Sports. We'll be back right after these messages. All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching a Team FYN Sports production here. Number 14. And he is up and he is down. That is Cooper Bourne, number 14. So he is gone there. 1 pitch. Number 11 stepping in, Elijah Weaver. So 1 away, top of the 3rd inning. Fannin Rebels are up 7-4. He's got a little hitch in his step too, boy. Zip, zip, zip. Number 3 on the hill with a nice pitch. 1-1. 1 out. 7-4, top of the 3rd inning. Nice. And the second baseman's right there. And he pulls it in, makes a great catch there at second. Number 17 stepping up, Caden Davis. So there's 2 outs just like that. So you went to get pizza and a Coke?
I'm sorry.
From the concession stand?
I'm hungry. Do you want me to go get you something?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
2 outs just like that. I'm going to give a shout out to everyone here at Fannin County Park and Rec. They've done an outstanding job with the 2019 Diaz, Eddie O'Neill, Tim Tao, all of the concession staff, everybody on the team here, Fannin County Park and Rec. There is a game going on every field here, folks. We've got 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds. We've got multiple games. I think 5 or 6 fields. We've got games going right here at the Diaz 2019. Big strike there, 2-1. And we are definitely, folks, looking at what's shaping up to be a very nice contest between these two guys, these two teams here. The Pickens Dragons are out there in the green. The Fannin Rebels are the team with 9 jerseys, different colors. So that's how you know them. Whoa! Oh, look what I got! Look what I got! Number 3. What's his name? Slade Mooney on the hill. Look what I got, baby. And he pulls in a screamer right back to the pitcher. And there it is, 1, 2, 3. And I told you, Pickens, these guys are explosive. They play offense, defense. And coach for the Fannin Rebels sending his guys out saying, hey, you better play some tough defense against these guys. I'm your host, BKP. Lauren Hunter, Team FYN Sports. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
All right, we are back. Number 17, Caden Davis on the hill for the Rebels. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ball 1, number 17 up the bat.
That is Brody Teal, 3rd baseman.
So Brody Teal up the bat for Pickens. And who's on the hill?
Caden Davis.
Caden Davis. I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports, and I'm up here with Lauren Hunter. And just like that, there's a runner on first, right out of the box there. Number 3.
That is Slade Mooney, isn't it? Pitcher earlier in the game. Actually, pitcher just now that caught that ball right
Absolutely.
back at him.
He caught that smoker. I mean, that was hit straight back at him. His reflexes threw the glove up. I mean, I tell you, not many guys can make that play. I can make the play, but not many guys. All right, Pickens has a runner on first, no outs. And he's holding him. That's number 5, Mason McDaniel, moved over to the first baseman spot.
They're swapping around.
So Fannin County is hosting this tournament, and their team right now is trying to protect their home field. Again, I want to make sure I give a clear shout out all the people that are over here working in the concession stand, Big tournaments like this take a lot of people. Want to give a shout out to Eddie O'Neill, the director, Tim Chow, and every single one that's playing a part working here. From at night, folks, you're not here when the lights are still on and it's quiet. I tell you, it's almost like a religious experience. I'm sorry to put it is. I mean, I'm sorry. It's the baseball fields. All the lights are on. It's quiet. It's like, wow.
It's like Field of Dreams.
Absolutely, man. But, you know, we got the guys going around and they're pulling up the trash bags, replacing them. A lot of work goes into this. They've done a great job. So there's a walk sending him down to first. You got to schedule umpires. You got to make sure everything is done.
A lot of
And
behind the scenes
absolutely. And number 2 here stepping in
stuff. That is Sam Hammondtree.
for Sam Hammondtree in the box here. Runners on first and second, no outs. And they look like they're going to take off, and they get back to the bag. And Hammondtree will send it out in left field, and he will load the bases with that shot.
We've got number 12, Devin Mask, up to bat now. He was the starting pitcher for Pickens earlier.
And it's fouled back. We're at 1-1. And Pickens County has bases loaded. It's 7-4. So the tying run is on first base. The go-ahead run is up the bat. And it's fouled away. And just like that, 2 runs are in. It's 7-6.
Can't blink. More runs will be on the board. Sounds like we've got number 42, Coleman Keener, up to bat.
And he hits it in the gap on the right side. Well, Hammondtree pulls off the old trip and fall move, decoy.
I think we were all watching that with like a
Not
drop
every-
jaw.
Not everybody can make that play as smooth as Hammondtree, but he pulled it off. It looked good. And you know what? Scoreboard says 7-7, so we're going to take it. Everybody at this age learns the tuck and roll move. Coach says he's coming out. He's going to talk to these guys. 7-7. Bottom of the third inning. See if Coach is giving a pep talk or if he's pulling the trigger right there. I guess you're not supposed to say that anymore. I don't know what you can say and can't say. So we have a new pitcher on the hill. What number is that?
Number 13, Caden Cox.
So Caden Cox bringing the pitch right now. 7-7. Bottom of the third inning. Pickens County has 2 on, second and third. We're going to take just a brief break and we'll be right back.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
All right, folks, we are back. Looks like Hayden Jones up to bat. Runners on second and third. 7-7, bottom of the third inning. Caden Cox on the hill. And fouled away. That's Hayden Jones, right? Up there at the bat. And Hayden with a big hit, and it's off number 17.
Number 17, Caden Davis, can fly, get to it.
So Caden Davis can't reel it in there, and that'll put runners on the corner. Pickens has runners on first and third. There are no outs, and this thing is 8-7, so Pickens takes the lead here, and that brings up number 8. I think it's number 8 on his shirt.
Yep, Ryan Eckert.
First and third. And that's a foul ball.
Was that off the helmet of the catcher? Is that what that hit?
No, it hit it. He fouled it off the bat, and then it hit the catcher's helmet.
I think I was mistaken. I think that's actually number 18, Jacob Watkins, that's out there on second instead of number 10, Hayden Jones.
What? I was wrong?
I didn't say that.
Thank you. I didn't want you to say that, but was I incorrect? Let's make it like that.
I believe so.
Okay. So if I got it, just correct it for me.
Lonnie's down there going, I did. Lonnie's
So,
down there savage.
I make one mistake in 12 games, and I'll never hear the end of it.
One mistake in the last 12 minutes.
Okay.
So Pickens has runners on second and third. So who is at second base?
That is number 18, Jacob Watkins.
So Jacob Watkins is on second base Eight to 7. So it's 3-2 full count. We got an 8-7 game.
And here's a prime example of why we say you
No
can't
outs.
leave these games.
No, you don't leave these games. I'm telling you, I've watched over and over. These games are not over until
They're over.
that's it. It's like Yogi Berra says, it's not over till it's over. And there he walks down, and that'll load up the bases. No outs, 8-7. So I think I have number 10
Yeah,
up the bat. I think I have Hayden Jones up the bat now.
yes.
I think I have it correct now.
Yep, we good.
Hayden's up the bat. Bases loaded, no outs. 8-7. I see White County is here. Who's our next game?
It'll be Gilmer and White County.
Gilmer and White County.
Yep. Got Gilmer gathering behind us.
Oh, we sure do got the purple Bobcats back there.
Yep. And the Navy Warriors to our right.
So Hayden Jones up the bat, bases loaded, and here's the pitch. Caden Cox just struggling a little bit here, but he's not throwing a bad pitch, just trying to, he's a little high, trying to get it over the plate right now. And that walks a run in, so not just like that, it's 9-7 with no outs. That's gonna bring up number 13.
Carson Mitten.
Who?
Carson
Carson Mitten,
Mitten.
number 13 up the bat. And there's a pop up to second, and he gets under it and makes the play, and there is an out, much needed out the Rebels were looking for. So again, we have bases loaded, and this will bring up number 21 for the Pickens Dragons.
Ezra Faber.
So Ezra is stepping into the box. Ezra, if you wanted an RBI, this may be the time. Cox bearing down, looking at his catcher, getting ready to deliver. And that is inside. So we got bases loaded, one out, 9-7. So folks, the Fannin County Rebels, these young guys here, 12 years old, want to give a shout out to the Fannin County High School team while we have these Rebels on the field. And there's another walk. He'll walk another one in. Fannin County Rebels High School baseball team put 5 guys on the all-state team. 5 of their players, high school players, named to all-state. And also keep an eye on Chandler Kendall. He's up in Hoptown, Kentucky. Hoptown Hoppers, a wooden bat league there in the Ohio Valley. So been watching Chandler Kendall up there. A big shout out to those guys. So 10-3 right here, bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 out, bases loaded. And that's fouled away. Heads up.
Nice catch by the Bobcat
All
behind.
right, we're gonna expect that. We're gonna expect that catch. So Cox looking down at his catcher here, trying to get out of this one. Bases loaded. And we have a 10-7 game, bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. I'm your host, BKP. I'm here with Lauren Hunter. We are Team FYN Sports. Don't forget, Mondays at 10 a.m., Team FYN Sports Facebook page live, instant replay, North Georgia's only live online sports show with the one and only Lauren Hunter and Dave Garner. And there it goes, the right field out there. And it drops perfect, a single to right field, which bases loaded. One will come in. And I think I told him if he wanted the RBI. Did I not? Was that not me?
I think you did.
So I said, if you want one, here's time to get it.
He took you up on it.
So 11-7. Bottom of the 3rd, 1 out, bases loaded. So he holds him over at 3rd. Eleven 7, bottom of the 3rd. Cox looking down here at his pitcher, wanting to get out of this thing. Big foul ball, that's fouled away. Folks, these games have a 90-minute time limit right here. And there you go, and he hits a solid shot out there left field. It gets past the center fielder, and he's going to bring in 2. And now we got runners on the corner. We got a 13-7 game, bottom of the 3rd. And is this number 2? Is this Roundtree? Hammondtree?
Hammondtree, yep.
Oh yes, Hammondtree. We remember him. He perfected the tuck and roll from 3rd to home. Hey, he got a run out of it. I loved it. I loved it. We got it on video.
That was awesome.
I loved it. I love watching these guys. So
He popped
Hammondtree
right
back up, 1st and 3rd, 13-7, and he swings at that one. Goes outside for it, but the runner will go down to 2nd. So now we have runners on 2nd and 3rd.
I've liked watching this catcher down here, number 11, Elijah Weaver. I mean, every time he gets a chance, he jumps right up, threaten the runners with the ball.
So we were talking about Sandlot earlier.
Yes.
And let's see, I got a question for you. Here we go, here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt. So in Sandlot, do you know who the great Bambino is?
Yeah,
Oh,
Babe Ruth.
Okay, just checking. Just checking. That's good. You got a pen? I want to check that off.
I don't know that from The Sandlot, though. I know it from the movie Fever Pitch.
Fever Pitch, wasn't that one of those romantic comedies?
Yeah, that
no
was.
wonder you watched that.
That was Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, I already heard enough. Okay, folks, the Pickens Dragons have runners on second and third, and they're up 13-7, still 1 out, 2-1 on the count. And that's going to drop out there in right field. Number 14 makes an attempt.
Number 14,
Cooper Bourne. Yes, he makes an attempt. That's going to drop 2 more RBIs. 15-7 right now. So number 12, and here comes Coach, and Coach takes the ball from Caden Cox, and he does a great job. He did fine. I mean, he came in under pressure with bases loaded. We got a new pitcher on the hill. That'll be number 35, right?
Yep, Jamie Russell.
So Jamie Russell on the hill for the Fannin Rebels. We're going to take a brief break with the Rebels down 15-7 to the Pickens Dragons. 1 out, runner on first. New pitcher will be right back. Are we back? All right, folks, we're back. And there's a big strike, and we got number 35, Jamie Russell, on the hill right now for the Fannin Rebels. And we got a runner on first. Pickens up 15-7. And number 12 up the bat.
That's Devin Mask.
I want to thank Graphic Expressions, a great place to shop for all your fan gear. They have teamed up, Graphic Expressions, right there in Blue Ridge. You can find them on Facebook or call them. Big swing. And that's out there in the outfield, and he's going for third, and he will get third. So we got 2 outs. He strikes him out. So 35 comes in. Jamie Russell gets a strikeout. But I want to give Graphic Expressions a big shout out for teaming up with Team F Lion Sports this week to bring you the games. We don't have internet here on the field, so we produce the games here, and as soon as we're done, Lauren Hunter runs them up the Blue Ridge, and they're online within 30 minutes. So I want to thank them for teaming up with us this week to bring you the games. And there you go, and that's the 3rd out. And number 35, Jamie
Russell.
Russell comes in for Fannin, gets them out of the hole with 2 quick outs, but not before Pickens County puts a 15-7 lead up on the scoreboard. We are in the top of the 4th inning, folks. I'm your host, BKP, with Lauren Hunter. We are Team FYN Sports, and we'll be back after these brief messages.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business from the time you walk in our door to the time.
All right, folks, we're back. I want to give a quick shout out because without our sponsors, we could not bring this to you. I want to thank Mattress Overstock, 706-698-7378, where you always get the best mattress at the best price. All right, we got our first batter up here, number 22 for Fannin.
Lawson Sullivan.
Nicholson Tire. I'm going to tell you to say this in a minute. Nicholson Tire, a local family serving local families. 2 locations to serve you, Blue Ridge and Mineral Bluff. That's Nicholson Tire. We got a 15-7 game with the Pickens Dragons leading right now. We're in the top of the 4th inning. I think right now the Fannin has to come back to move this game along. We were told it was 3. There was 3 minutes left on the clock. And we got 2-2. So number 3, our pitcher, has really done a great job. Slade Mooney staying in this game. Really a great job from Slade. And that's a strike to right field, and it is going to be fair.
Wow.
It drops on the chalk, and he has got the wheels rolling, and he's going to have number 22, Lawson Sullivan, with a leadoff stand-up triple. And that was a really nice shot. That'll bring up number 35.
Which is Jamie Russell.
So 35, our pitcher now, Jamie Russell. Want to give a shout out to Serve Pro, hit a grand slam with Serve Pro of Union Towns, Fannin, and Gilmer counties. So a lead-off triple. You got the Pickens Dragon. He's shaking off the call. I like that. Look at the pitcher shaking that call off. And he throws the old banana pitch. So 2 balls. Big swing there. Russell. So he's got 2 balls, 1 strike. And there you go, out there in the right field. And it's off the right fielder's knee. So he is going into second. And he is... Blue says he's safe there, so he drives a big one in, and Fannin hitting the ball here right when they need it. 15-8, drives one in. Number 5 stepping up there.
Mason McDaniel.
So Mason McDaniel in the box. And we've got Russell standing on second base. No outs, 15-8. And there's a big strike. And straight away center, and he makes the catch.
That's number 10, Hayden Jones.
So I don't think that's Hayden out in center.
That's not, they move him.
They might have moved him. I don't think that's Hayden. I know these teams move around in the field. They're players all over the place. I don't think that's Hayden, but we'll check that out. Number 13 up the bat is just 13.
That is Caden Cox.
And he has a nice shot, but it's down to first base. That was a solid shot, but he's out. And just like that, there's 2 outs. So Pickens looking for a big out right here. We got a runner on third. And I tell you what, this pitcher right here, number 3, Slade Mooney, he gets another out here. He has an outstanding outing today. And we're 1 out away from Pickens coming back tomorrow and playing here. We already know Clay County's going to be back tomorrow playing here. Union County's going to be back tomorrow playing here. And our next game today is White County and Gilmer.
Yep.
So White, Gilmer coming up. We have not seen White play yet, so this will be our first game seeing White County play.
Looking forward to it.
And there's a big swing, and he drifts over, and he comes up with the catch.
Number 8, Ryan Eckert.
So that's Ryan Eckert out there in right field. He comes up with the big catch, and they're lining up because this game is over. This game is over, lining up the Pickens Dragons 15 and the Fannin Rebels 8. Great game here, and Pickens will be back tomorrow. And that'll end it for the Fannin Rebels, the whole team. I'm your host, 15-8. I'm your host, BKP. I'm here with Lauren Hunter. We are Team FYN Sports. I want to give a big shout out to our directors today. Lonnie Adams on the camera and audio director, and our graphics computer director, Josh Ross. I am BKP. This is the end of this one, 15-8. With the Pickens Dragons. We'll be right back in just a little bit with White County and Gilmer Bobcats. Another one we're playing here on a beautiful Saturday at Fannin County Park and Rec 2019. The Diz. We're out. Take us a break.